have a Kelli Hutchison listed to talk. So if you'd like to come to the front and you have 5 minutes. Yes, please. We need to use that. You need to press the buttons so it goes red. That's right.
Okay, good morning. I'd just like to mihi to all the people for being here today. And I'd also like to mihi to the Mayor, the councillors and the staff also. I'd like to introduce myself in te reo, as I'm currently a student of He Papatikanga. I'd like to do this as a mark of respect to our heritage and the cultural significance of the mana of our waters. Kia ora tātou, ko Māo te manga, ko Wairo te awa, no tauranga aho, ko Angateti e noho ana, ko Hutchison toko whānau, ko Kelli toko ingoa. I'll now reference correspondence between the Mayor, councillors and fluoride-free supporters this week. This is regarding the urgent public health issue of potential fluoridation of our water supply. Public opposition to fluoride is growing rapidly. Recent publicity, you may have all seen the Baikini Times, the New Zealand Herald, Sun Live, has served as a great conversation starter amongst numerous local groups on various social media platforms. You have a lot of public support to seek an interim injunction, a lot. The Ministry of Health is continuing to rely upon inaccurate and outdated science. A question was posed to Council as to why the Ministry of Health has not provided any comment on the latest September 2022 National Toxicology Programme review. Mayor Denya's response was for us, the people, to take this up with the Ministry of Health. With all due respect, Mayor, the elected member's code of conduct states that you are to represent the interests of the people of this district. You are to provide good governance and prudent stewardship of Council's resources. Prudent stewardship. This is what you were all elected for. Mayor Denya, you noted that the letter you received from the Ministry of Health referenced the June 2021 update to the evidence. James, you are not being provided with the most up-to-date information from the Ministry of Health to make an informed decision. The June 2021 update is indeed now out of date, given the September 2022 National Toxicology Programme report has been made available. Given what I've said today, I'm requesting that the Council, via a response letter from the Mayor to the Director General of Health, demand why she has not read the most recent September 2022 National Toxicology Programme Fluoride Toxicity Report. Why is she ignoring the most current science? We deserve an answer on this. I trust a motion will be put forward after careful deliberation by yourselves to seek an interim injunction. This is how you represent the interests of the people of your district. This is the only way to halt the introduction of fluoride without incurring penalties and fines from central government. You've got a lot of public support behind you. You need to do the right thing. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.
Thank you, Kelli. I would just comment, the comments you quoted from were really saying that I cannot speak on behalf of the Ministry of Health, and I hope that's understandable. But are there any questions that elected members have of Kelli?
I'll just respond to that, Mayor, please. No, you cannot speak, obviously, on behalf of the Ministry of Health, but you can ask a question and you can demand that an answer for your people, because you represent us. We elected you to that role. You have your code of conduct to abide by. You're answerable to us. You're all in these positions. Central government wants to take your power away.
Well, they have taken that power away, but I'll open it to questions from...
You're the ones connected to the people. You hear our voices. You've got children, grandchildren in schools. My 12-year-old son is delivering his speech on fluoride to his school tomorrow. I was his age, his very age, when the referendum back in... Tauranga hasn't been fluoridated since 1986. I was a child at intermediate when my parents stood up. You know, it was an issue back then. This has been on my radar my entire life. My entire life. My kids, I don't want their IQ going down 7 to 8 points. Kids these days need to be as smart as they can. They've got texting they're doing. We all know they're getting dumbed down. They don't need fluoride to add to that.
Okay, I think you've had your 5 minutes.
Okay.
Sort of count and you
I've got my intent there, and it is, I do get emotive because I am really passionate about this. My intention there is, this is not some fringe minority. Everyone I speak to, everywhere I go, I speak about this. Most people don't know that the Ministry of Health has even mandated you lot. It's not, you know, we've got a bit of coverage in the media this week, but most people don't know about it. And when they do, they are furious. They're furious. You need to get behind your public here. You need to grow a backbone. You guys can lead this. You have got a strong enough community behind you. We are strong here in the Western Bay. Look at our riches. It's not called the Bay of Plenty for no reason. I went after university.
So, Ms. Hutchison, you've given your talk. We're now
okay.
creeping into just giving another talk.
Can I have another 5 minutes?
No, I think so. But if there are questions, and I hear Councillor Wicker's got a question for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, good morning. Thanks for coming. You referred to the NTP report.
Yes.
I see that it's currently still in draft form. Is that correct?
It's the US government's National Toxicology Program Review, September 22. So what we're talking about here is the most current science available in the world. 98% of Europe does not fluoridate. Only 4% of the world still does this archaic practice. It has no place in our water.
So the question was,
draft.
Is it still in draft form or has it been published?
I would have to refer to someone like Kane Titchener from Fluoride Free New Zealand for that one.
Yep.
His level of knowledge is up there. So I'm not going to do myself or the Fluoride Free movement a disservice by answering something I'm not 100% confident in.
So that could be the reason why the Ministry of Health won't reference it if it hasn't been published.
Ah, okay. Does anyone know that answer?
Right, okay, so we're not opening up to the floor. So
okay, I would love to find that out for you, and then who do I call and at what time? Because I will get that. I could get that now.
You're free to correspond with councillors as necessary.
Okay,
but Councillor Murray Benj, you had a quick question.
Okay.
Yes, I accept that your rights have been taken away.
Yeah.
How many other councils are looking at an injunction?
Robert Lee, councillor from Rotorua, did anyone listen? He appeared on Reality Check Radio earlier this week. The public opinion over there is huge, same as here. They're our neighbours. You could join forces with Rotorua Council, support one another, say, hey, listen, we've got this really strong community that's saying we don't want fluoridation. Let's work together on this. Let's support one another. There's Nelson, you've got Greymouth, you've got Queenstown, Wanaka. You've got so many councils that are also, like you, scared about that threat of the $200,000 fine. The answer is seek the interim injunction. When there's something in the pipeline like that, they can't push it through because it's, under judicial inquiry. That's the answer. It's simple. Seek the interim injunction. It is the right thing to do.
Councils you have mentioned, are they also moving for an injunction? Queenstown, you mentioned?
I know they've sought an exemption, But like you have found, that's not going to wash with the Ministry of Health. It's an interim injunction. And that's the way that you guys, that you protect yourself from this threat of the 200 grand fine and the 10 grand every day thereafter until you comply. You know councillors better than anyone. Mandates are not law. They're not law. Good people break bad rules.
Right, okay. I think mandates are law. That is the way the law works.
Councillor, I challenge you on that. That mandates are not law. Mandates are not.
Okay,
and
we're not going to get into discussion on this. But I hear you, and thank you. Thank you for speaking, and I appreciate the voices heard today and the attendance here.
Okay.
Appreciate that.
Now this, as part of that email, sorry, Mia, you'd mentioned at the bottom, because we have organised, we've done what a chairperson did at the Omokoro Community Board meeting, and have organised a public meeting. Mia, you questioned in your email.
Yeah, you questioned. Well, you mentioned about a chairperson's recommendation. It wasn't clear who you were referring to.
It was in your minutes, Mia. It was in the minutes.
For Omokoro?
No. It's in the minutes for today's that were published most recently on your website, and it was from the meeting in Omokoro Community Board Wednesday, the 26th of July.
So the Omokoro Community Board.
Yeah, and it was Chairperson Jay Clements, and it was at the end.
That's Kelli. John,
well,
Chair Clements is Kelli.
In your minutes, it had him down as the chairperson for that Omokoro Community Board meeting, and you'd asked who the chairperson was.
Okay.
It was in your minutes anyway. Yeah, so we did it. It's organised. We have done what chairperson recommended, and there is a public meeting organised.
Okay, I think.
Yeah,
right.
So there we go. But
Thank you very
asked,
much.
so
If you want to leave that, you're welcome to leave that. Okay.
Love to see you all there. There's going to be a massive turnout. It's Sunday, the 17th of September, from 1:30 to 3:30 at the Te Puna Hall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank
Kelli.
you for your time.
Thank you.
Oh, and sorry, and this was, I was handed something else from Janice Priest to submit to all of the councillors.
Could you hand that to staff and they'll distribute it, please?